Everything should be up and running. There you go, Lacey. Hello. Just a little bit of a glitch there, right? Not much, and it never really crashed. You just had to refresh. No, I didn't get a text from you, I don't think, but what happened was I was, it probably crashed because I was watching Marcus's, or Middle Lane Marco or whatever video. And you know that, I think that's the first time that I've ever seen him not wearing sunglasses. Good. See, YouTube's up, Twitch is up. We're good. Now, everybody in the YouTube side, y'all need to know what the people on the Twitch side just experienced when the YouTube side crashed, which is why everybody should be also on Twitch. Regardless of the fact that the picture and the sound quality are better on Twitch than they are on YouTube. Yeah, I never saw him wearing eyeglasses. I don't think ever. I think I've never seen him without sunglasses on. But then again, I never really paid attention to him because in the beginning, it seemed to me like somebody that was in charge. You know? Not in the beginning. It wasn't really evident that he might be in charge until I met up with the convoy again out in Sacramento. But, you know, that's enough about him. We're just wasting our time and spinning our wheels talking about that. Let's talk about other stuff. Yeah, and when he's not wearing any glasses, he looks so insanely different. I mean, it's like putting Keanu Reeves and Tom Cruise side by side and then saying that they were actually both the same person. The difference between wearing his sunglasses, big difference. You want to hit, how about this, Rosie? You find the information about the history of the American flag and you tell us. Because I remember, here's a piece of history that I remember. The original first American flag was hand sewn. Matter of fact, all of them back in the day were hand sewn, but the first original one was sewn by hand by a lady. Does anybody remember her name? I do. You know, Jen, I don't really seem to have any problem with trolls on the Twitch side. It's always on the YouTube side. That's right, Jen. Betsy Ross. Same Yeah, Rosie said it too. I'm the walking encyclopedia. Yes, I may be the walking encyclopedia, but at this point in time, you are asking me a question that I actually younger, or ever for that matter. You just found one subject I really don't know much about, Rosie, and apparently you do, so come on, give us the lesson, Rosie. You can break it up into little bits throughout a series of different texts. I remember the 13 stars on it stood for the 13 colonies. There's a little bits here and there that I remember, but I didn't learn all that much about the history of the American flag. Sure, I could probably find a video on YouTube to watch, but then that would crash the YouTube site again. I'm pretty sure that's what happened, as I was watching that middle lane Marco and it crashed. Where everybody knows my name. Yep. Hey Woody, I need a refill. You want a brownie. You crack me up. Yep, still live. Yes, Rapunzel. The YouTube side crashed and I had to reboot it. But everybody that was sitting on the Twitch side, all they had to do was hit the refresh button a couple of times until it was back up, because I was in the middle of rebooting the whole thing. You know, the Twitch side never went down, just the YouTube side. Oh, you guys have a Jeep club on the Twitch. Ah, you know, Jen might be interested in that Jeep club over on the Twitch. She's a Jeep commando. I mean, she's got that beautiful fancy Jeep of hers. Lacey, Jen says she's got a Wrangler. Was it a 2019? Well, thank you, Rapunzel. Nice mods. I'm very picky. I'm very picky about my mods. Yeah, Jen's is a 2019. Lacey says hers is a 2017. On an old World War II era Willys and you know, remodel it or refurbish it, bring it back up to what it should be, you know. Grand Union flag, okay. The first flag was a Grand Union flag or a Continental Colors flag. Okay. So Jen says, Lacey, she has a JK model and I have a JL model. Shannon says she's only got one Jeep. Man, everybody's got a Jeep except me. There we go. See, now it's starting to get dark out for everybody. So Lacey has a 2017 Wrangler and a 2005 Grand Cherokee. Rapunzel had, in the early 80s, a CJ7. Yeah, everybody in the world's got a Jeep but me. My lips are sealed, Jen. I didn't know that. Elizabeth Griscom. Had 6-sided stars, 13 stripes, 13 colonies. See, I didn't know what her real name was. I just thought she was Betsy Ross. Oh, you don't own a Jeep, you just have a Honda CR-V? The Jeep wannabe? CRV, the Jeep wannabe. I'm teasing, you know. And silly traded her Jeep for a Kia. Oof. I'll bet you wish you had your Jeep back. So Bruce. That is right. That's right, Tennessee. I remember learning about that one too. Working lap traffic. Good evening. Too many electrical issues. Well, you know, now you've got a giant convoy family, and a lot of us know how to fix our electrical wiring issues. Betsy Ross was a flag maker. Sewed in. It was sewed in 1776. Current flag design is the 27th version of the national flag. Kind of like today, the Union government wanted control like today. Yep. They want control of our very existence. They want control of us being able to. Oh, you don't need to shut up, Tennessee. You don't need to shut up. I don't have a problem with you commenting your opinions and your history facts and things. Keep them coming. That little light is still flashing green, hasn't gone red yet. We'll see what happens. Wonder how long it'll take them to unload me, knowing that they don't have to that I don't have to pay a lumper fee. I could end up sitting here all night, I'll bet. Sid's doing all right. He's already starting to fall asleep over there. Isn't that right, Sid? Come here. Come here, bud. He's like, I don't know. Yeah, maybe. You gonna come up over here, huh? Come on. Come on. I know you just got woke up. Come on. You can do it. I've seen you do it. I know you do it. You do it all the time. Come on. There you go, buddy. There you go. Say hello to your fans. Say hello to your fans. Oh, yes, yes. Yes, 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 yes. You need some water, huh? That's what you're looking for. Yeah, you gotta chill out. You can't just jump at it. You cannot just jump at the water. You gotta let me get it out, get it poured. Hold on, Sid. Hold on, bud. You're acting like I've got crack cocaine here. It's only water. Stop. Back up. Let me put it down. You're gonna make me spill it. There you go. Everybody loves Sid. Oh. So we know, everybody knows who the Tito's girl is. Thank you, silly. Well, Rosie, I did know that. I did not know the year, and I didn't know the president that was choosing it. But I did know that it was a high school student that designed it. Casey, Tennessee, says Casey was the name of, I think he means the name of that student. Hang on, I gotta answer a text. Now, am I still on board? I hope I am. I hope I am. Sorry, I had to cut out for a second and answer a text. Robert T. Heft of Lancaster, Ohio was the student. On the White House, the White House was burned under John Quincy Adams under presidency. Casey was my dog's name. Oh, okay. I got it. He was referring to his dog. I used to have a dog I named Doggy Cash because he was a really big black Newfoundland. He was a Newfoundland Black Lab mix, and he was huge. So he kind of reminded me of Johnny Cash because he was the man in black, or the dog in black. So I called him Doggy Cash. He was a big dog. Come on, bud. There you go. There you go. There you go. Yes. If you get enough waters. Yeah. That just means I'm gonna have to take you out for a walk here in about 2.5 hours, huh? Hopefully we're done by then. I'm gonna get a whisker. I'm gonna get a whisker. I'm gonna get a whisker. No, I'm gonna get a whisker. Put it. No. You have a whisker. Why don't you share your whiskers? Oh, you're caught in my vest. You gotta go. There you go. Over there. Yeah, Shelly, he's been with me for well over 3.5 million miles now. I stopped counting a long time back, so there's no telling how many now, but yep. No, I picked him up as a puppy off of a Craigslist ad in Grand Rapids, Michigan when I was there for 3 days visiting an aunt. He was supposed to be in a teacup litter, right? Well, the whole litter still fits in the palm of your hand. Not him. I picked the runt. He got big. Wait, what? Jen's going to bed? Ah, Jen's tapping out. Celebrity driver at 7 a.m. Let me guess, it's going to be Bruce. You're going to be having coffee with Bruce in the morning. So you do need your sleep because he's going to really work your mind during that coffee break, right? Or Butch? Is it Bruce or is it Butch? Butch? I don't know. I'm getting my celebrity truckers all mixed up. Because there's Black Wölf, and there's Black Wölf, and there's Black Wölf, and there's X-Ray, and there's Black Wölf. No, I'm kidding. I know most of them. I just get them mixed up. Alright, well, Jen and Rosie, you guys have a good night. Get some rest. You got long, busy, fruitful days tomorrow, right? Oh, okay. I got you, Jen. I got you. Yeah, definitely sit down and have a coffee with him. Waiting on the load board down there in Laredo. Well, there's been good money coming out of Laredo lately. I just need to get the fan motor replaced in my AC system. before going down there because it's too hot. Yep. Well, you know, Glow Lady is excited that you're going to be there. I'm sorry your husband died. I'm sorry your husband died. Oh, Rosie Rowe, you gotta be crazy. The temperature down there in Laredo hits like 120, 130 degrees this time. Fan in my AC. I ain't that dumb. Have a good night, Jan. I am not getting a hotel in Laredo. No. No way. I like my head being on my shoulders where it belongs when I wake up in the morning. Yeah, I survived the litter box. That doesn't mean I can survive Laredo. Whoa, dude. Slow down. Lacey says good night, Jan. Oh, I finally got a red light. That means they'll be taking this crap off my back here soon enough. Oh, I mean crap wipers, right? Because it's toilet paper and paper towels. Yeah, that happens to me a lot too, Tennessee. And I just tell people all the time, especially in here, I am what I am who I am. If you don't like me, that's either way, right? Either you take me or you take, either you like me or you don't. Doesn't bother me either way. No, I did not pick this load up in Portland. This came out of Corinne, Utah. I think most of the people that avidly follow and are avidly commenting in here on a regular basis, I think and aren't actually just in here bashing. You know, I think the majority of us are all straightforward people. If trying to sleep while they're getting unloaded, I'd play the sound of my people for everybody right now. Now these are already pre-packaged and everything. It's Bounty paper towels, and it's a whole mix of different toilet paper. You got your Charmin, and you got your generic, and you got like five or six different brands of toilet paper back there. It came from Procter & Gamble out there in Corinne, Utah. Why do you think I carry a certain thing next to, you know, Rosie? And I was hauling toilet paper back then. Yeah, I was hauling a lot of toilet paper back then. Well, at least Procter & Gamble has gotten, well, at least gotten better on truck driver. They're not so nasty to us anymore at most of the places. Like this one over in Corinne, Utah, I was actually treated like a gentleman. It was easy in, easy out, not a big deal. It was painless. As opposed to what it was like 10 years ago. 10 years ago, you couldn't find a P&G anywhere in this country that would treat a truck driver with any kind of respect whatsoever. If I smile anymore, my face is gonna crack. Isn't that right, Sid? My face is gonna crack. I need both YouTube and Twitch to grow. I need them both to grow. But then again, we all need it. You know, every one of us streamers or people who are doing something on YouTube or any video media, we all need it to grow. We need viewership. That's what keeps us going, right? Nice. So your dad was a truck driver. That's pretty cool. Guessing. No, I can't be stoic because then I look like that other guy that, you know, a lot of people seem to not like much anymore. Christy wants to see Sid. You want to come back over here again, buddy? You want to come back over here and say hi to Christy? Let me put my drink over here. Come here. Come on, buddy. Come on, buddy. Come on, buddy. There you are. There you are. Say hi to Christy. Say hi, Christy. Oh, we're going to bark at the guy next to us because he's pulling forward. You bark. The poor guy was smiling at you. He was smiling at you. Yes, he was. Yes, he was. Oh, you want to go lay down again? Okay. There you go, bud. Go ahead. Hi, Pumpkin. My name's Black Wölf. Maybe you need some sleep. It's okay if you go ahead and go. We'll catch up in the morning when I go live again. You know, he definitely is a protector in a lot of ways. You know, we could be parked in a truck stop or in a dirt lot somewhere, and anytime anything gets within like 15 to 20 feet of the truck, he's up and barking at him. Aw, that's too bad. I had a Rottweiler Yellow Lab mix. I think he was Golden Retriever and Rottweiler mix. We left him at home one day, back when we still rented apartments, and but we had something we had to go do that we couldn't take the dog with us. I don't know what he did, but he got himself locked in the bathroom, so he ate through the floor and then ate through the floor on the other side of the door to come back up and get in the rest of the house. In an apartment complex. Yep. That was an expensive dog. Yeah, Christy, it always is. It's always a very beautiful drive. Everywhere in this country is beautiful. People just need to see it. Have a good night, Rosie. Yep. Pit bull puppies do. Pit bull puppies do like to chew on everything. And you know what's really funny about Rottweilers? Rottweilers like to chew on rocks. You can't keep a Rottweiler away from a rock. Goodbye. Have a good night. See, Lacey knows. Lacey knows you can't keep a Rottweiler away from a rock. I will, AP, I will. Always. Jesse Nagy just went live. Wonder what he's doing. Driveway gravel and decorative pebbles. Oof. Yeah. No, that dog of mine that ate through the floor in the apartment. We used to take him out to the beach on the coast all the time, and I could throw a rock out into the ocean, and he would go out there and he would literally be dove down for 5 or 6 minutes with these big waves just passing, beating the crap out of him the whole time, and he would come back with that rock and put it at my feet. But he wouldn't do it with a tennis ball. He wouldn't do it with anything else, just a rock. We had named him Beavis. We named him Beavis because he was yellow colored and didn't have much up here. Yeah. You thought about naming a dog Butthead, huh? Yeah, Lacey, if I'd have had a black dog and my other dog Beavis at the same time, one of them would have been named Butthead, and we had to give him up for adoption. We had to give Beavis up for adoption. My son was born and maybe 3 months old. I had him laying on the living room floor, just finished changing his diaper, and I was throwing the diaper away, and I come back into the living room and Beavis had him by the head and wouldn't let go. And that was that. Beavis had to go. Now, several years later, I'm driving down the highway and there's this dog. See, Beavis was really easy to spot because he was a Rottweiler. He had the Rottweiler body, the Rottweiler face, and the Rottweiler color pattern, but the colors were in yellow because he was also like a golden retriever mix, right? But he also had there was this one time we took him to the beach, and when he got into the ocean and back out, he started shaking his head. He got hematoma in both ear flaps, and when it healed back down, his ears were all scrunched up, kind of like cauliflower ear, and they stayed that way permanently. So I'm driving down the highway several years later, and I'm behind this car that has this yellow dog in the back, and I see these curled up ears, and the windows are down because it's hot out, and so I just yelled out the window, "Hey, Beavis!" And he's up, and he's got his head out the window and everything, and the guy that had him had to pull over, and you know, and I pulled over and went up and said hello to Beavis and everything, and the guy remembered me because he's the one that had got the dog from us. And I asked him, you know, how's he been? You know, he's been a great dog for him. You know, single guy, nothing to do, no kids, no wife, no nothing, just him and a dog. Yeah. But the dog remembered my voice and remembered his name years later. The name suits him. Yeah, sounds like it. A lot of Jack Russell Terriers are that way. Then again, a lot of these Chihuahuas are that way. A lot of Chihuahuas never bond to anybody but one person. They'll bond to one, maybe two people, and then everybody else around will get snapped at, barked at, and bit. Not him. Not him. He loves everybody. Unless they get too close to the truck at night.
No, she's gonna go right here.
Am I out? Sorry. Here's a fact that most people don't know: difference in cats and dogs. If you lived alone and you had dogs, say you were to pass away, the dog will sit by your side for 5 days before they get hungry enough that they start eating you. That's if you haven't been found by then. A cat will only give you 24 hours. Yes, that's a very morbid fact, but it is a fact. They've actually, I don't know why somebody did it, but they did a study on it, and that's what they found. Feels like they might be halfway into my trailer already. Oh yeah, still hissing. Your grandma's cat still hisses at you, huh? My mother had a Maine Coon that was evil. The Maine Coon seemed to be happy with everybody in the world except me. For a long time, he didn't like anybody. And one day I took him on the linoleum floor and I spun him around just a little bit until he got dizzy. After that, he liked everybody except me. I was young. I was in my teens still. I wasn't doing it to be mean. I was just having fun with him because, you know, he'd already scratched me up pretty good a few times earlier in the day, and so I was kind of getting him back a little bit. He never forgave me for that, I don't think. But when he died, my mom sent him off and had him stuffed. So when I was sitting on the shelf, staring at me like he wants to jump at my jugular, as always. Little Mancoon cat. Actually, Mancoons they're not little, they're big. I don't know any other cat that's a domesticated house cat, besides maybe those new Bengals, that can sit on the floor and reach up on the kitchen counter and grab something down without leaving the floor. Hang on, I'm gonna turn this around, see what we see here. What do you see here? I see this guy doesn't know what he's doing. There we go. Now he's kind of straightening it up. Now can he do it? Because he's already done it twice and kept pushing that trailer towards me instead of away from me. Alright, I think he's got it now.
Sean, let's make go smooth. Oh, slow. Thank you.
Yeah, he's got it. Did we lose YouTube side again? No, we didn't. There's 21 people over there. There's 21 people over on the YouTube side. Why are you all sitting there not just watching and not saying nothing? Let's have a discussion. Oh, Sherry? I think it's Sherry, or is it Chari? I think Sherry. Yeah, right? Any closer and I'll need another new hood? Or new fender? Or new front bumper? Well, I do need a new front bumper. It's broke. That's what happens when they make those things out of plastic and fiberglass. The look, yep, the look on this guy's face right now. He's got the same truck I do. He's got the same truck I do, and he's wondering how in the world I'm sticking out so much farther than him. Because I've got a stretch on my frame. It's custom. The frame was stretched out an extra 8 feet. So check this out. I'm gonna flip this around. So you see where I am here, and you see where he is. That's where everybody is. Look at this. I can look straight out my window and I'm looking straight across most of their hoods, but I'm against the wall just like they are. Everybody always looks at it weird, like, oh my God, how long are you? Oh, you know, you never know. But Tennessee, it doesn't matter which side you're voting for. They're both the same stupid party. You can vote for this side or you can vote for this side. It don't matter. They pretend like they're doing this with each other, going at war with each other over different issues, right? But the fact remains, the issues that this side wants and the issues that this side wants never really come to fruition. It keeps moving forward. They're both pushing one agenda. So it doesn't matter which side you're really voting for. What matters is who is in office for how long. Stop voting for any politician that has had 2 terms in that seat. If they've had 2 terms in that seat or more, vote them out. Career politicians should end. We used to have term limits on the Congress and the Senate. They had term limits and they voted them. We need fresh blood in there, and they need to know that they don't get to sit in there for a lifetime. And the only way that we can push those term limits back on them, because you'll never get a politician to sign a bill and vote for it that would bring the term limits back on them. You'll never get it to happen because they're too busy lining their pockets. So we can do it through the vote. Everybody needs to stop voting for anybody that's had 2 or more terms. And that's only really the first step. And no matter what, don't just vote down one party line, because that is also part of the problem. When you decide who you're gonna vote for when it comes time, you need to take, and then you take all of the ones that have been in that seat for 2 terms or more, put them over here in the no vote. Then take everybody else, doesn't matter what side of the fence they're on, research every one of them and look at their voting records, look at their track history, look at their taxes, look at everything, and turn around and make a decision on the one you want to vote for that best fits your own beliefs and everything else that also fits what you want to see for the future of the country. That is how you should be voting. Doesn't matter what side they're on, because there are no sides. They're all pushing one agenda. You need to also take any bill or what are their bills or their propositions or anything that they want you to vote on, right? So if your ticket has this thing that you got to vote on, make sure you read what that thing is from start to finish and fully understand it before you vote on it. Just listen to the news. Don't listen to any media source. Don't listen to any celebrity that comes out and says, well, this, and this, or I'm backing this person. They're paid to say that. They're paid to do that. Make up your own mind. Be educated in your vote. Yup. That's another thing. Further down the road, after if we finally make a point that they're not going to be in office for longer than 2 terms, then we can start really getting rid of all these lobbyists. Get rid of the lobbying, make lobbying illegal. We need to make lobbying illegal, and we need to make these super PACs illegal. Because they have put the ability to become a politician so far outside of the common man's ability to achieve financially that it's not funny. Think about it. How much money does it take to run for any political seat?
There you go, come on back.
Yeah, you cleared me. Go ahead. I know I kind of threw you for a... Volvo here has got an 8-foot stretch on the frame, so I stick farther out than most.
Yeah, I'll go down here and swing around.
Yeah, I had her stretched out so I could put that black box on there. That's my motorcycle box.
Oh, okay.
We do not need the Patriot Party, Tennessee. What we need is the Constitutionalist Party. It used to exist, but now in most states it doesn't anymore. I'm a constitutionalist. If it goes against the Constitution in any way, shape, or form, I'm voting no. Period. If it goes in line with the Constitution, I vote yes. It's that simple. That's my opinion, though. Yeah, the guy that had the smart car on the back, that was funny as... Yeah. I've always thought those smart cars were the stupidest idea ever. Because what's going to happen if you are in bumper-to-bumper traffic that's moving along at 60, 70 miles an hour? My trucks, and then suddenly everything comes to a screeching halt. Pancakes, anybody? What happens if you fart in that car? Does it go from being kind of squarish shaped to being a bubble? I mean, come on. Oh no, we are headed straight into a depression. This inflation is so high that it won't just be a recession. This inflation is so high that everything... You take a look at what's going on the stock market right now. The stocks are dropping all over the place. Okay? It is already showing signs of a collapse coming. And it was showing signs of that before Trump. And it was starting to come back under Trump. But now... the inflation is so astronomically high, higher than ever before in history. This depression that is coming, it will be 10 times worse than the last one this country saw. I would lay you even money on that. And I don't see that there's going to be any way to stop it unless we get this ship turned around like now. don't remember if it was Bryant or someone else that had the little smart car on the back of their truck, but it made me laugh when I saw it. Every time I saw it. But, you know, back then I was tired. I was really tired because I was running around the Beltway with everybody.
You got 83.
I was running around the Beltway with everybody, and then I would be doing all the parking. I'd get out and I'd help do the parking with everybody, you know, get everybody lined up in the right way and everything so that we could fit everybody into the raceway there in Hagerstown. And then after that, I'd be running security for several hours until I couldn't keep my eyes open anymore. And then I'd get up the next morning, have some breakfast, and back out to the Beltway we go. Let's see here. Put you guys out there for a minute. Where'd that go? Yep, the Constitutionalists, the Constitution Party. It needs to be brought back. Anything that does not fit with the Constitution gets voted no. Anything that does gets voted yes. That's just plain and simple common sense. I think my dog would have been a better leader than Biden. Where did I put that? There it goes. I shouldn't turn those off. Yep. Sid Vicious for 2024. Woohoo! That's why I said, what happens if you fart in a smart car? Does it go from like this shape to this shape? Hopefully they get me out of here in a little bit, because I'm still gonna have to find a place to park. Which I think I'll be all right. I think I can get up the road to the place I usually pull a load out of, and I can sneak into the back end of their lot and sit there for the night. Yes, I have a sleeper in my truck. I've got bunk beds. I've got a lower bed and an upper bed. The bottom bed actually turns into a camper style or an RV style picnic table with bench on each side, but it folds down into a bed. So there's 2 beds in the back. The one up above is more like a hammock style bed, but I do have beds in here. Yeah, it is. It's right. It's in the 60s, I think, right now. Let's see. I'm gonna turn the key on and let it do its thing, and then I'll be able to tell you what the temperature outside is right now. That's right around 60 degrees right now. No, I'm not waiting in line for fuel. I'm sitting in a dock. I'm sitting in a dock and they're unloading the trailer right now. MTV Cribs Truck Edition. No, no, no. No, no, no. That's my private stuff back there. That's my privacy. I got things back there that don't need to go on video. Mostly the Second Amendment kind. Hey, Sherry. I would be using it right now, but one of my batteries quit charging up. So I need to stop and buy new ones. New batteries anyway, new 18650s. Yeah, they're unloading right now. They're actually in the process of it right now. I like to build my Second Amendment toys. I also like to reload them. Always police up the brass, even if it's not yours. If they're going to leave it on the ground and walk away from it, police it up. Then reload them. I got those too. Lots of cool knives. Knives, axes, swords, machetes. If it cuts, I've got it. I like to hand forge them myself too sometimes. I just haven't had a chance to do it in a few years. Like this one here. This one here. I made this one. I hand forged those blades in here. There's 2 of them. See if I can find it here. I know it's right here. Where is it? It must be... I must have moved it. I must have moved it, but I got a nice big one right here next to the door usually. And of course, everybody loves the switches. It's not a switch though. It's faster. It's actually faster than a switch to open and close, but it's not a switch. It's one of those newer style Benchmades. Yep, it's always good to be well stocked. Always good to be well stocked there, Houston. What state are you in, Shannon? You in Oregon? Yep, okay. You don't need a concealed carry to carry any blade. You do not need a concealed carry to carry any blade. Switchblades are legal in Oregon. They're not illegal. They are legal in Oregon. And they are just a knife, just like any other. You don't need a concealed carry in order to carry a switchblade. Now that being said, you do have to find out what the blade length is for a common pocket knife in Oregon, because they have a specific blade length that you are allowed to carry. If it's longer than that, on the outside where it can be seen, because this is Oregon is an open carry state. So if it's past a certain length, you can't just have it in your pocket unless you have a concealed carry. But I don't know any switchblades that actually have a blade that goes longer than the maximum allowed without having to be concealed carry. It's not an automatic weapon. Jeez. Look. Check it out. Just as fast or faster than a switchblade, and it's not a switch. And it doesn't have a spring in it. The cop does not know what he's talking about. But go ahead and protect yourself. Get a concealed carry permit. I encourage you to do that. Because then you can carry anything you want. See, I've got a concealed carry permit. Problem is, my permit is not recognized. My concealed carry permit from my state is not recognized in Oregon or in Washington. So I have to file for an out-of-state concealed carry permit, a non-resident states, in Oregon and in Washington. Do I ever sleep? Yes, I do get sleep. Yes, I do get sleep. Sometimes a lot less than I would like, but I do get sleep. It's like I think I got what? A good 6 hours of sleep last night, maybe. Now, ever since I was in when I got deployed overseas into Kuwait the first time, after that I will go to sleep for 2 hours and then be awake and trying to get back to sleep. And then I'm asleep for 2 hours, and then I'll be awake and trying to get back to sleep, and so on and so on and so on. It's very rare that I'll actually sleep solid throughout the whole night. Ever since then. Yes, he does. Yes, he does. You're right, Lacey. The Benton County Sheriff in Washington State teaches a class on how to correctly use your weapons. I thought Pat was already released. I thought Pat was already released. Okay. That's the world we live in today, though. Let's go ahead and just turn all the patriots into criminals, right? Just because they don't believe in the same agenda we're pushing, and they don't believe in the politics we're pushing, so we're just gonna turn them into criminals. You know, this kangaroo circus that our Congress decided to pull with the January 6th. You know why they canceled their stuff for today, right? That they canceled further hearings? Because the word got out, they can't do anything anyway. Because they are all on one side. It's all one side. There's no impartiality to it. So they don't even have the power to make any judgment. All they were doing was pulling these people out, parading them in front of people and saying, see, here's our evidence against these people. Well, guess what? I watch those videos after I've already watched hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of hours of all the live feeds and everything that happened on that day when it happened live, and even after. And I could tell that all of their video evidence was so heavily edited it wasn't funny. Like you've got what was that group? They showed this group of people that were all dressed in dark clothes and had these like almost desert colored flat like vests and things on, you know, tactical vests. I don't remember the name that they called that group off the top of my head, but they picked out the leader of that group, right? And they singled him out, said his name, the whole nine. And in the videos that they were showing, as they entered the building, so outside the building, everybody in that group is wearing black clothes with the desert camo style military, but somehow magically from outside the door to inside the door, the supposed leader of this group had changed his clothes completely. Did anybody notice that? And how is it that the cameras on the inside of the building instantly zoom specific group that they were going after and followed only that person the whole time? How's that possible? Unless it was pre-planned and they already knew. They already knew exactly who to follow. Here's a point of fact for everybody. At the exact moment that Ted Cruz slapped that giant pile of paperwork down with all the evidence of fraud in order to have it brought in as evidence as to why his state was going to decertify and recount, at the exact moment he did that was the exact same moment those cops all opened the doors all around the Capitol and waved people in. And there was only one door that didn't get opened right away. And they were breaking the window to get in. And I'm sorry, but those windows are built to be bomb-proof. How in the world does a riot shield break out a window that is supposed to be bomb-proof? Hey, silly, go ahead and drop my Twitch link. Sherry wants to try it out. Here's another thing. Nancy Pelosi was warned ahead of time that there would be so many people in Washington, D.C. for Trump's speech and everything else. She was warned in advance that there were other elements at play that could possibly try to take the Capitol building. She was warned. She could have had the National Guard there. She could have called for more officers on site. She could have called for any number of things that could have stopped all of that. What did she do? Nothing. I swear, if her eyes sink any farther into the back of her head, they're going to be falling out of her ass. Oh, I got a green light. I'm good. I got to go get my paperwork. Yay. Light and this light so I can see what I'm doing. Now I'm almost out of air, so I gotta air it up. It'll take a minute to get some air. Otherwise, the truck won't roll. I don't like this new air compressor. The old air compressor had 2 pistons. This one's only got 1. It doesn't. You can look it up. Back in the 80s, the Capitol building was refitted. They refitted all the windows and doors. The doors all around the Capitol cannot possibly be opened except from the inside. If those doors are shut, there's no way you're getting them open unless you open them from the inside. See, I remember it because it was national news there for a little bit because everybody was so mad about the kind of money that they were spending on refitting the Capitol to be bomb-proof. Because they were spending an insane amount of money on it back then. Alright, let's go. We got enough air in the truck. Roll on forward. Roll on.
to highlighted route.
I gotta go sign out of the gate. I gotta sign out. You have to actually be in the Twitch app. You have to sign in your own profile and everything in order to be able to chat in Twitch. Nothing coming. We're good to go. Here we go. Here we go.
In 2.25 miles, turn right on 70th Avenue East.
Check this out. Look in front on the road. completely down on the ground, gone, on. See, I've had people complain that I'm driving without headlights. I'm not. I'm not driving without headlights. They're on. It's just an old truck. Doesn't have those LED lights that make everything super bright like everybody likes today. Just like this. Here's my brights. See, the video quality and the sound quality on Twitch are much better. Also, quite often YouTube will either or it will just... Twitch doesn't do that. Even if I ran out of a signal and then ran right back into a signal, YouTube will drop, but Twitch will just have a little glitch and all you have to do is hit the refresh and it's right back. Video, the whole
turn
night.
right on 70th Avenue East. Turn right at the traffic light.
Well, yeah, I can't even park at the 7-Eleven now because it's full of all the homeless people in their cars parked along that little area that I was parked in earlier. So I'm going over here where I had planned on going originally last time when I had to leave because I was 2 hours early.
In 1/2 mile, turn right on 26th Street East. Turn right on 26th Street East. In 1/2 mile, turn right on 78th Avenue East. In 1/4 mile, turn right on 78th Avenue East. Turn
Let's see, there is one trailer sitting there. I think I can park next to it.
arriving at Emery 5 Cardinal.
Matter of fact, maybe see about going down, turning around, and coming back. We shall see. actually allow me to stay overnight. While my door's locked, windows are up. And we shall see. I can't imagine why they wouldn't. I may have somebody knock on my door overnight saying I need to move a little bit so they can get to a trailer, but I haul loads out of this place constantly. So, that should be good. Especially since I have one of their trailers. Nah, this place makes windows and doors and ships them out. This isn't just a trailer parking place. But if I tried to go to any of the truck stops anywhere within 300 miles of here, I would not find a place to park because it's already all full because it's after dark. Not to mention, now that I don't have a load on, every mile that I drive comes out of my own pocket because there's no money being paid for those miles, which means all that fuel I have to pay for.